Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back yet again with some new big Toph. So she was live last night. I sat in a little bit at the beginning, but had to go to sleep. So this whole video will pretty much be off top of the dome. Of course, I want to give a big thank you to all of my slug pups and slug cats. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. If you haven't already, consider getting your membership. We got the nice little badge, and we got some pretty fun stickers that are Toph inspired. Uh, so yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead, switch gears, see what's going on with Big Toph, and hopefully we won't be walking down memory lane today.
My data is running slow, and no, I'm not glitching. If I am, then I don't know, it's green. So why would I be glitching if it's green? And especially because people arrow. You say, yes, I am. You just responded, dummy. Yes, you are. But then you responded. Hello? Why are you responding? I need to get back into gaming, guys. Why is it an Xbox priority?
Why?
It's not a priority, but I want to start playing Fortnite again. I really want, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not gonna. But I really want to get it pierced. My nose, that way I don't have to turn it off. I know you're buying an Xbox.
Just all the wrong priorities, man. She's over here worried about playing some fucking Fortnite and getting her nose pierced. And bruh, are these the same shorts? Are these the same damn shorts, man? Hold on, bro. Tophia, you have been wearing the same shorts for 3 days. Girl, I know you funky. You can try to change the shirt, but the shorts are extremely obvious. You gotta be funky. Again, you are never escaping the allegations from Dunkin' Donuts, man. I can see why they let you go, Toph. It all makes sense now.
I don't have the money. Whenever I had the money, I found this good deal, but then it got sold from under me. Look, I can't meet you. You could have met me. I had the money right there, ready for you, and you want it, and it was pretty cheap for an Xbox One.
So you were literally going to buy an Xbox right after, bro, you just got a Switch. You just bought that like a week or two ago. Why do you need an Xbox right now? And of course, Tophia being lazy, she wants the person selling to come to her. Like, girl.
And it came with games. I was gonna say something. I saw that Evelyn and Wendy are Streamer University alumni, right? I saw haters in the comment section. They were like, oh, Wendy's gonna be there. I'm not gonna watch it then. Don't watch it. Nobody cares. If you don't want to watch it, then don't comment you don't want to watch it. Because obviously you want to watch it. Nobody says they don't want to do anything. If you don't want to do it, well, you can tell people, like, hey, I don't want to do that. But to come online and be like, I'm not going to watch it, nobody cares. Let's see you get up there and do something. You won't be entertaining. You're not entertaining at all. You didn't get picked for
You
Streamer
ain't
University,
either.
nor did you
Neither did you. And you're not entertaining. So what are we talking about?
apply, because nobody would want to watch you. Crazy, right? And then you want to sit here and complain and get all mad because someone's at Streamer University. Let's see you do any better. You can't do any better. Nobody's going to want to watch you. People be haters. And then they be haters so much so when someone defends themselves, all of a sudden they're a bad person. Again, I'm not going to defend how she feels about the Hispanic community and saying that they never supported her. But at the same time, look at what y'all are doing. And you be talking about this girl's body. She had a baby, mind you, right? Your body does not revert back to normal. When you have kids, especially if you have more than one kids, your body is going to alter. And then it's not going to look the same anymore. Why
I don't even know who the hell we're talking about. I'm not keeping up with this whole Streamer University thing. Could honestly care less.
are we shaming people? Why are we talking about people's bodies? Why are we talking about people in general? Please. How would I know? Because women talk about it online. They talk about how their bodies don't go back to normal after having a kid. Hello, that's what's very scary to me about pregnancy, especially because it tears. Like, when you
What?
have kids, there's a possibility it could tear, and that's very scary. There's a lot of things that are
Oh
scary
my God,
about
Tophia.
pregnancies, and women come on here and talk about that. And to be shaming someone is crazy. The fact that y'all talk about people all the time. How do you think they got there? Because you talked about them. And then you sit here act like you would be any better. Go to Streamer University and let's see what you could do. Because I'll be like this. I'll be yawning. I'm not even watching Streamer University, but to be honest, some of y'all be so mad that people get there for real. This one content creator crashing out over the fact that mostly black people got picked for Streamer University. Isn't Kai Cenat black, or did we just forget? And why are you so mad? You scream at your phone and think that's content. I'm not talking about, I like Spencer's video, Spencer's wall, but the other guy, there's another guy that's like, oh my God, bro. And then he has that chipmunk sounding voice. You're mad annoying for real. And you need to go somewhere and just for one day, just.
Like, Tophia, all, all of this is just such a non-issue. Why do you feel, if you're not watching Streamer University, you don't care about what's going on there? Why are you on this tirade right now? I feel like you're just jealous that this is just like another big content creator event that you were not invited to. That's the only reason that you're even talking about this right now.
Please. I don't understand why you're so mad over people of color being mostly picked for Streamer University when Kai is a person of color. Mind you, I don't really support Kai like that because what he said about black Americans, we ain't forget, but it'd be mad weird people. Just sit, please, just for a second. Your content is annoying. You think screaming at your phone is quality content. Why would Kai want you there?
What is your quality content, Tophia? Please let me know. Please, what content do you make that is high quality?
Because all you do is scream. What would you add to Streamer University? Nothing. Okay. Just be loud, mad, and wrong for no reason. So you want to make me some hamburgers? I was gonna make hamburgers today, but I slept and I'm like, I'm not cooking nothing. I'm going to sleep. Well, no, not I'm going to sleep. I got up from sleeping and I was like, I'm too tired to cook. So I'm gonna have some ham. I should.
Too tired to cook when you haven't done anything all day is diabolical. Because, I mean, obviously, you didn't even take a shower, so you ain't done shit today. You switched shirts and you thought you was going to finesse us into thinking that you fresh. Like, nah, man. Same shorts 3 days in a row. 3 streams in a row. Funky.
Should have some chili burgers. That sounds good. Pour out chili, put that on a burger. I'm just kidding. I just come up with a bacon burger. Wearing the same shorts 3 days. How would you know? I did. I was.
What? Girl, what do you mean, how would we know? We have eyes. You've streamed 3 days in a row with the same damn shorts. Like, what do you mean? How would you know? Girl, okay, Toph. May this level of delusion never find me, bro. This is crazy.
I was asleep. I slept all day. I was watching this guy and then I fell asleep and I woke up and he was still on. That's how much YouTube videos he had, I guess. I am gonna tell you guys this crazy. This chick that I know, she be pulling guys' numbers up. What? I need that type of. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I don't know what it was. There's this guy there, right?
Like, she really was about to say she needs that type of pull. And Tophia, you will never be in that boat. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and just burst your bubble now. But no. And who cares? We don't care that you know some chick or have a friend that's pulling multiple guys' numbers. Like, why is that even something you feel the need to mention? Are you that desperate? It's kind of sad.
Somewhere today, and he had colored eyes. Oh my god! Just like, I got his number, bruh. The females do the low. I couldn't even. She got pretty numbers, and I was like 3. You got. Don't even. I'm not even lying. I don't
It's
even
pathetic.
get the numbers. I'm sorry. Dude, what? I got some new swim stuff. We'll see. People are gonna be mad. I had to. So I was gonna get a skirt thing, but then I had to get this like because it said, oh well, you have to have an order over $8. It sucked. I was like, man, I really I wanted it, but I couldn't. I can only get 3 items. I couldn't get over so, and I was torn between these swimsuits, and I was like, well, I want both of them, so I'll just get both. So 4 swimsuits. I don't have bottoms to the. Actually, yeah, I do have bottoms to the Hello Kitty because the bottoms that are coming, I can wear those. The Hello Kitty. I'm gonna go swimming soon. Hopefully they come soon when I'm able to go. Like it's all like.
What the heck? Bruh. Tophia, what are you doing, man? Whatever that is, you're just getting it all over your shirt. All on your shorts. I'm gonna go back. This shit is just leaking whatever it is. I don't know if it's ice cream or what. Like, what the fuck, Toph?
Hopefully they come soon when I'm able to go. Like, it's all like, what the heck?
Just messy.
It's ice cream. It's all foggy. Really?
Ugh.
Eat a salad? How about never mind. I better not say that. Eat a salad. Eat your mom's hot dogs. I'm just kidding. What? That doesn't make no sense. Go away. Telling someone to eat a salad is being fat. The same people victim shaming me and telling me that I was not SA'd and that I lied about SA. So who are you to come in here and literally talk about grape as if you care about grape victims when you victim shame people?
I mean, you literally did lie about SA though, but alright.
That's what I want to know, because it's really weird how people love to come in here and be mad hypocrites. They the most hypocrites. Then you didn't say anything when people was victim shaming. Now you want to come in here and act like you have some morals when you don't even stand on your words. Because if you really cared about grape, then why are you victim shaming someone that said they were SA'd, and why do you allow it? Especially because a lot of
Well, one, you told us the story, and it doesn't sound like SA whatsoever. That's probably why, because context is important, man.
people that you interact with have done that. You don't call out the Discord when they're doing stuff like that. You sure as heck don't call out the Reddit. You don't call anybody out when they're victim shaming people, but it's okay for certain people to do it, but not other people. Is that what I'm hearing, right? No, it's not enough. Now you're mad because I'm telling the truth. Enough is enough when I say
I
it's
guess.
enough, right? It's not enough when it comes to someone who was a victim. Oh, that's okay. It draws a line when it's someone you don't like that's a victim. Then it's okay for them to go through things and to not come on here and talk about that and not say anything, because
Well, I mean, to be fair, Tophia, victims typically don't say they were thinking that, things were getting somewhere and that maybe this person loves me. That's typically not what a victim thinks when they get assaulted. So pardon me for not believing that shit whatsoever.
is what really bothers me is when I speak about my truth, I speak about things that actually happened to me. It never happened, right? And just don't come up to me and try to have sex with me. No reason whatsoever. I can't even exist and just walk down the street without some man trying to sleep with me, and all of a sudden, hey, God forbid I say something, and then all of a sudden that never happened. That's not true. How would I talk about my experiences as being a woman? That never happened because I'm not conventionally attractive. Men do not look at women and say, I think you're attractive, so I'm gonna rape you or I'm gonna SA you. I just literally was getting off the bus going home and
What
some
the
guy
hell,
grabbed me.
Toph?
So how is that totally okay? And then when I talk about it, my experiences never happen. As a woman, I don't experience things. Like I literally had some grown man on Facebook say, are you a dude? That's why I said he was a woman and he was giving pussy energy, because he was on there literally like this. No one asked for your unsolicited opinions. Black women get unalived for wrongfully being accused of being a trans person. That's so crazy considering the fact that your words do affect to the extent of that.
Bruh, what the hell is this conversation right now, Tophia? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're masculinizing women and literally sitting here and calling certain women men. How many times are we going to stop? I'm so sick and tired of seeing people call Michelle Obama a man. The only man is the woman you're with in bed because she's got a mustache over her lip. So I would worry about that man in bed.
Tophia, you literally be having a whole beard. Come on, gang. Like, you. This is not a message that you should be harping on. And that was a terrible insult from someone that also grows a shit ton of facial hair. Ridiculous.
And instead of worrying about whether or not I'm a man, because you probably climb in bed with a man. So I wouldn't even worry about your man next to you. Don't worry about me. You should have seen his wife or his girlfriend. You ain't getting this, okay? You think you want this, you ain't getting this. And it's prevalent and clear that no girl of this caliber would want you. That's why you mad.
Of this caliber. What the? Oh my god. Okay, Smoke Chew is officially back in the fucking building, man. Because what am I hearing right now? This caliber is crazy. What is the caliber? A BB? Like, Tophia, shut the hell up, man.
Because you probably ain't getting it at home. You need to just go talk to your wife, have a conversation, and hop in the bed with her, because that'll fix your frustrations right there. Men think we need their unsolicited opinions. Men think we need them to tell, I don't need you. Go. Wrap it up. You know why we have STDs is because men slept with animals. And you're sitting here trying to tell me that I look like a man when you probably have thoughts of sleeping with animals, so I wouldn't even worry about that. That's the whiteness in you, and it's okay.
Wow.
You probably have thoughts of
Wow.
sleeping with your sister, and well, it's not okay, but for you it's okay. But for us, it's weird. And maybe you should have a chat with your ancestors. I think you should spiritually talk to them and try to understand why your ancestors did stuff like that, because that's really weird. I wouldn't. You're too busy worried about if I'm a man, but you won't talk about why your ancestors slept with animals. But this is why we have STDs. Look.
Tophia, the racism, you gotta just chill, man. You're doing entirely too much. Just so uncalled for.
It up, because a white man, and this is why whiteness came into it, because a white man slept with animals and carried a diseases which were known as STDs, and transmitted them to people after sleeping with animals. That's why we have STDs. Misinformation. I haven't even said anything that was misinformation. This is what I talk about.
Uh, she got hit with the misinformation strike off the rip. Love it. Love to see it.
It's very hypocritical of you to be like, great this, great that, but then you come in here victim shaming. You see, that's the very thing that I talk about. My experiences don't matter because, first of all, I'm not even going to address that.
You have no
STDs
point.
and STIs are two totally different things. They're not the same.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I don't know why I bring up STIs when I didn't. I said STDs, not TIs. Why would I want to experience that though? That's a really weird thing to say. We'll never experience them. I wouldn't want to, so thank God. You do know that New Mexico is high for STDs. That's why I don't sleep around. And there's nothing wrong with sleeping around. It's just be very careful. Make sure you're protected. Because a lot of the times people want to have unprotected sex. This is educational purposes. A lot
Oh
of
my
people want to
goodness,
have unprotected.
Tophia. Like, please shut up. Miss Zero experience over here. Be quiet. You're wandering into shit that you have no experience with whatsoever. Like, just hush.
Protection, especially if you're not asking someone about their tests, have they got tested, when's the last time they got tested. If you're not asking these questions before you sleep with someone, then you need to be very careful, because that person could be sleeping with a whole bunch of people unprotected and then spread it to you and you get it in health class in high school. I don't want to contract those types of diseases because they're very painful. Some of them, it makes you hard to go to the restroom. TMI. But you just need to be very careful in what you are doing. There's nothing wrong with sleeping around. The issue is unprotected. And sometimes a condom is not 100% effective. So when it comes to
Bruh, like, Tophia, shut up. What is this? Over here got sex ed chew, dude. Like, girl, hush.
pregnancy, I don't know about STDs, STIs, I don't know about any of that. So in a sense, if the condom is effective in preventing that, you know what I mean? But I just want to be safe than sorry, because if I contract something, right? Someone spread chlamydia to people. This was online. This was a huge influencer who is nicknamed Chlamydia Boy. And he
Yeah.
literally spread chlamydia to someone and they didn't know they had it. Had they went untreated a week longer, they would have become infertile. Some of these make you become infertile and you can't have children ever again because of these things. I don't know what was the point of saying that, considering the fact that I would BF if I'm with a woman, right? Fine, because I said that my next relationship would probably be with a woman, and I decide to carry, I could go that route. If I want to give birth to my own child, just find a donor. But it's really weird.
Oh, okay, Toph. I don't even know why you're thinking about that when you literally cannot take care of yourself. But okay.
I'm not. Is that what you want to do, shorty? No one was talking about getting late. Someone said I would never experience having STDs. Well, I am having kids. I want kids. But
Oh
if
my
I'm
God,
with a woman,
no.
then that's going to be different, because if I end up with a woman, then there are other ways of having kids. Because obviously, yes, you act like I haven't explained this before. I am bisexual. I like both genders. I like both men and I like women. Do I have to explain this?
You
Yes.
don't. You
I
really
found
don't.
out later in life, when I was 31 years old, that I liked women and men. It's not a hard concept to understand. Yes, there's a whole video that I made talking about being bisexual. I lost thousands of followers admitting that. So yes, to be honest, there was one person that I had. Well, I found them attractive. I had a crush on them. They were a trans woman, And it was trying to understand my feelings and why I like this person. But then I came to the realization after I fell in love with a woman, not a trans woman, an actual woman. This trans person was a person in my real life that I knew. So not
Okay.
online or anything, because I know people try to say Lily Tino, you no, not Lily Tino. They were trans, and I was just trying to understand my feelings. I was just like, hello, you can't keep saying you're straight, but then you want to be with a woman and you want to experience things with a woman, and then keep saying you're straight. But
The same woman that supposedly SA'd you. Continue.
that's like DL men that sleep with men, but then say they're not gay. How do you like? That makes no sense. Just come out the closet already. Why do you have to be underground with it? Why do you have to hide the fact that you're with a man? Just admit it. You'll feel a lot better. You'll be so relieved after that. I don't understand what it is about being down low, about being with men. Just be honest, right? I had to be honest with myself because if people don't want to follow me or support me because I'm bisexual, then good riddance. My mom supports me. My family would be 100% supportive. I don't have to worry about whether or not my family would be supportive. I'm not afraid because at the end of the day, I'm going to walk in my truth. Whether people believe that I'm doing this for attention, you could believe I'm doing this for
That's
attention,
what
but
I
I'm
think.
walking in my actual truth of who I am as a person.
Okay,
I don't
sure.
need to mask or hide myself anymore or diminish myself or dim myself down because someone does not like the fact that like I can't help that, and I hate when people literally try to sit here and make it seem like it's wrong. You explain that to me because I don't understand why the world is still so hateful. To tell me that I'm supposed to just shut it off, and I'm being honest, you can't help your feelings towards people, right? You can choose who you want to be with, right? That, but I was not expecting that to happen, and it just did. And people are a huge part of my life, huge chunk of my life.
Are they?
I
I mean, are people a huge chunk of your life, Toph? Because you seemingly have no friends whatsoever. And the friends that do stick around, they always end up ditching you. So I don't know, man. This sounds like cope if I'm being 100%.
can't just be like, you know what, I'm going to listen to, because society is wrong. You're sitting here doing the same thing that is in the Bible, and it says not to judge, but you are judging someone for being who they are, telling them that it's wrong because of some scripture in the Bible. No one's pushing anything on you to be gay. Me being gay is not saying that you need to be gay too. You don't choose to be gay, you were born that way. And to make it seem like it's a choice is really weird. It's not a choice. Just because someone is talking about something, just because there's cartoons explaining about trans people or cartoons that are literally bringing up the topic of being gay, is not going to make your child gay. That is literally ignorance at its finest, because that is far from it. And if your child is gay, it was because they were born gay, not because they chose to. I don't think anyone would choose to go through the hate they go through just to even exist as themselves. That to me
Oh,
is crazy. And the
hush.
fact that you have children, you keep continuing to have children that you will not accept if they're gay, then why are you having children in the first place? If you can't accept your child at all for whatever they are, then why do you have kids? That to me makes literal no sense. These people want to have kids, but they draw the line when it comes to if their kids gay, they won't accept them, then don't have kids at all. I watched this girl get kicked out of her house when I was in high school, literally telling people that her mom kicked her out of the house and literally threw the religion at her because she was gay, because she had a girlfriend. There was only two gay couples at the school. One was two girls and one was two boys. And I'm pretty sure you could
What is
clearly tell which
happening right
one
now?
got treated differently than the other. It was so crazy to see because I had never really understood the sexualization of lesbians, because lesbians do get sexualized only for the simple fact is that men think it's hot to see two women together, but when they see two guys together, it's gross. And I didn't understand that was not okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that, but we're attracted to one of those genders, Tophia. So, yeah, I guess, like, I don't know, man.
At the time, because for me, I didn't have no thoughts other than why are they doing that? This is weird. All I would hear was jeers because the girls up front, right? The two girl couples would be making out up front at the front of the bus, and the guys in the back would be making some comments and jeering and all that stuff. And I was just like, bro, what's going on? And then to finally figure out now later on in life that's not okay. That was sexualization, because what makes that any different than guys? And I'm not saying that the guys should be sexualized. I'm just saying it's weird. It was crazy because the guy that I knew in student government got bullied so badly that he wanted to himself, because the people at school were being homophobic, and I couldn't understand. I accepted everyone, right? I was
Okay, but you know, that was back when you were in school. Like, what about now? Where, you know, overall it's very accepted at this point, Tophia. So like what are we talking about right now? Why is this the conversation? Please talk about something else.
I was in Gay Straight Alliance, and oh my god, King Tut married with a donkey. Just kidding. What I was gonna say was is that it's just so crazy because I felt bad. I didn't know just what he was experiencing with the homophobia and the hate, and I couldn't say anything. I just overheard the conversation, and that seeing people get bullied, I got bullied, and that really affected me when at a young age because I accepted everyone. My parents, when I grew up, I
Right.
was taught.
You accepted everyone, but have literally made homophobic, transphobic, and racist comments. But sure, you accepted everyone. Okay, Tophia, whatever you say.
To be accepting towards everyone. I was never taught hate or to treat someone differently, and people are taught that. And it's like, what makes me any different from you? I'm just a regular person, except I like both genders. What's the issue? Why do you got an issue with that? I'm just a regular person, just like you. I shop the same just as you. I like, it doesn't make anything different.
Of course, the example she uses for relating to other people is fucking shopping. And just insane. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just a regular person. You know what I mean? I don't judge people. How am I hateful? I'm not hateful. People are
You
hateful.
are. You
Because
are.
where's your empathy? Where is your remorse whenever people are being rude to me for no reason and talking about my looks and being anti-black and then telling me horrible, disgusting things that I can't repeat because my life will get taken down. It's always the people that want to say that I have no empathy. You don't know if I have no empathy or not. You've
You
never met
don't.
me in real life. You only know what people tell you online because you believe it.
No, I only know what I see when I watch you go live. And from what I've seen, you don't have any empathy. You don't care about other people. You are a hateful person. And to say you have empathy when you clearly don't give a fuck about your mom is insane. You literally told us multiple times in the past that she's getting bullied at her shelter and they're mistreating her. And yet you still continue to do nothing to try and help your mom and yourself get out of this situation. But sure, you have all the empathy, Toph. You're just this amazing, angelic, benevolent being that no one seems to want to be around. All right, if you say so.
Stop letting people tell you online who someone is. You have not met me in real life. You don't know what I am like in real life. You sit here and you judge people because someone told you there's something, so you believe it. People liked me. And I went online and said that I could say whatever I want about someone. You literally let people
Wow.
tell you how to think about
Wow.
someone and you judge somebody based off of what people are telling you. You don't it's not because you don't like the person, it's because you want to be liked. So you're going to hate someone that everybody else hates because you want to be a part of the crowd.
Or maybe I just looked at this person's actions, Tophia in this case, and I'm like, yeah, maybe the internet is onto something.
Don't want to be left out because if you even show any signs that you support someone that a lot of people don't like, you face a harassment and you don't want to get what other people get because you don't want to step outside the box. You want to be just like everybody else and be a bully, harass somebody, and do all of these things because you know what you will get for defending someone. You're too afraid to speak your mind. You let people speak for you. And when someone says, oh, I think you say, I don't like somebody, that's mad truth. A lot of people like to do the in crowd and be followers and not leaders because you're not a leader. A leader does not sit here and literally say, I'm going to do what someone else tells me to do. I'm going to follow this person and do everything, that the other person is doing.
Like, okay, Tophia, are you a leader? Because apparently, like, where are you leading? Where are you leading people to, Toph? The homeless shelter? Be so for real.
Because I don't want to be hated. That's the fact. Nobody wants to speak up when people are doing things wrong. Nobody wants to call out the anti-black, the victim shaming, etc. Because you will be seen as a Tophiachu defender. Oh, God forbid you get labeled a Tophiachu defender. That's the worst thing to be called, man. People would really hate to be called that. They loathe being called a Tophiachu defender. That's the worst thing
I would
people hate being
never.
called. Trust me, I know that. They make it sound like it's a disease for being called that when literally you're just standing up for what's right. You can't stand up for what's right.
What? Tophia, no. Hell nah. Get out of here. If anyone is defending you, it's because they don't know the lore. And I'm not saying I agree with people being racist or, whatever towards Tophia, obviously. But no, why would anyone defend you? We've literally caught you multiple times trying to get over on your audience, whether that be the birthday raffle, the GoFundMe's. Like, come on, what are we talking about right now? You've said tons of horrible things in the past. Why would anyone defend you, Toph?
You're literally standing up for what's right, but you don't want to do it all the time because you don't want to be labeled a certain way. Then you don't really care about the topics that you're speaking on if you're allowing certain people to do it. That's like saying, I like you, so I'm going to allow you to be racist because I like you, so I'm going to allow you to be fat phobic because I like you. I'm not going to call out your behavior. I'm not going to hold you accountable. I like you. It's okay that you do these things, and I like you, and I'm just going to accept the fact that you do that. Some of you guys wouldn't be friends with someone that's racist. Some of you guys wouldn't be friends with someone that literally is victim shaming people. Make that make sense of what is going on, because clearly the line is drawn and you really don't stand 10 toes down on what you're saying. Some of you guys morals, apparently some of them morals aren't real, but you don't have morals and values. If your values the line, you draw the line at your values and morals when it pertains to someone.
You don't have morals and values, period. It doesn't matter. It's pertaining to no one. You don't have any morals or values. So who are you to sit here and preach this to us? It's fucking insane.
Who literally, right, when it pertains to someone that you like, then it's okay for them to do it, right? That makes sense. And to say that that's projection, you don't even know what projection
It is.
Projection is your feelings. Say you're mad and you project that onto someone and say, no, you're mad, and start blaming them for something because you're mad.
Tophia, you literally do that all the time. Even this basic definition that you're trying to use, or this basic example you're trying to use, you literally do that all of the time. You're so dumb.
That's not projection. My friends and the people that I'm friends with in my real life
Nobody.
don't do any of that. So why would I be projecting? First of all, they're not racist. They're not fat phobic. They don't victim shame people. They don't anything. So why are you saying that's projection? Y'all just don't want to face the fact when someone tells you the truth. So you try to throw it back at someone because they're talking about you. It's not projection if I'm telling the truth. You're just saying it's
Right.
projection because the truth hurts. You don't want to be told who you are as a person. And you hate when someone tells you who you are because you don't like it.
And the same goes for you, because when we say that you're lazy, a bum, and you should work, you literally block people for speaking the truth. So, I mean, hey, it's a two-way street, Toph.
Even though it's true. Truth hurts. Hypocrite is someone that does one thing and says another. How is that? How am I a hypocrite? I never victim shamed her. So if you're gonna bring that up, then bring it up. It was not victim shaming. I addressed a DM someone sent me. That's not victim shaming. Try again. And then that's why you're bringing up Candy, because you're trying to deflect. All of a sudden, it's not projection now. Now it's bringing up Candy because you're projecting.
Okay.
I never said that. That was Space Kitten that said that. I already just said that. Considering the fact that you don't know my brother's ex, you've never met her in real life, and she's a compulsive liar. Now, I'm not trying to come on here and talk about her, but it's so crazy that you love to bring topics that revolves around my brother's ex. Why don't you meet her in real life and see what she really is? Considering the fact that Space Kitten was the one that DM'd that. I didn't say that. I literally was addressing what Space Kitten said. So how is that me victim shaming someone? Literally, Space Kitten sent me a DM because she was sent her tape, my brother's ex's tape, by her ex. She literally sent it to me and I said, look, I don't want to see that. I said, on Discord. She had my brother's ex's S tape screenshot she took as a profile picture on Discord because she was mad at her. I don't know what happened. She came to me, Space Kitten, and Space Kitten said you were right. She's not a good person.
Okay.
I already told you that and you didn't want to listen. You're right. She's not a good person. And then all of a sudden started sending me a bunch of stuff. Mind you, it was probably all a lie because then later on now she's going back and deleting comments from the DMs, which is so weird. If you said it, why are you going back now after all these years and deleting something you sent me. That's weird. I literally wish Instagram had a feature like TikTok where it shows that you deleted a message. So that's further proof, right? Because I'll take screenshots and be like, it says shows message deleted.
Oh, Tophia, shut up. Because you say you got proof of all this different shit, but you never drop receipts. So, like, does it even matter? Does it really matter, though?
Space Kitten came to me and was telling me about the tape. And I said, look, I don't want to see that. That's my sister-in-law. Why are you sending me this? It went everywhere because Space Kitten spread the tape everywhere. That's crazy. And then had it as her profile picture. She's the one, or they're the ones that spread the tape. And then people started sending it to me. And I'm like, look, I don't want to see this. This is my sister-in-law. I don't. Like, why are you sending it to me? Why would I want to see my sister-in-law like that? Why are we spreading this? It's okay. You thought that was okay to spread that? That is so disgusting. My eyes are open. Why do you keep repeating that? I wouldn't know. I didn't watch the tape. All I know is that's what Space Kitten received. And to be honest with you, I don't believe my sister-in-law. And this is not victim shaming because my sister-in-law is a compulsive liar. First of all, what she said.
And you are too. You are also a compulsive liar, Toph. Do you not see the parallels? Like, come on. That's the reason why no one believes your stupid essay story. Because even once you explained it, it's not even essay.
About that video, what she said is not what she's telling y'all online. She lied. You want to know how I know? She told my mom she went and cheated on my brother. When that leaked, she wanted to do some damage control and backtrack and try to come up with something because she didn't want to seem like a bad guy. She was going to see Wilbur, and cheating on my brother with Wilbur. Let's be for real. She had my brother driving her somewhere, dropping her off, and then having the other guy pick her up and cheat on my brother. She admitted that to my mom. Now, this not here is victim shaming. This will never be victim shaming because I know this girl in real life. She lied. She's not being truthful.
Get out of your nose.
And you guys are the ones sitting here that's saying that you won't feel sorry for me. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. She wants you to feel sorry for her. She lied to everyone. She didn't. I don't know if she ever went through something like that, but whenever I talk about something, I talked about being SA. All of a sudden, she has some story to go along with what I said. It was always like that. And if you knew her in real life, you would know. My mom had a stillborn, right? We were sitting in the car. My brother had the cabrio.
Goodness, here
it was a convertible, or not BMW, Volkswagen. A convertible Volkswagen. It's a cabrio. Look it up. Anyways, we were in the cabrio, and next thing, she looked over at me, and she's like, so your mom lost a baby, huh? And I was like, I had a sister that was born before me, and she was born dead. And she's like, well, my ex tried to run me over when I was 16 and I lost a baby. It was things like that. It was like me too, in the sense of, oh, this happened to me too. You had something happen, she had something happen. That's just how it was. And knowing this person in real life and seeing the evidence, right? It wasn't the fact of, yes, it can happen to people. This is not victim shaming in any way, shape, or form. This was proof that she was saying behind the scenes that some of y'all really ain't seen. And if I showed you the receipts, you still would be defending her.
Then fucking show it, Tophia. Show the receipts if you got them. I'm waiting.
Was in group chats with another person, and my mom telling my mom straight to my mom's face that yes, she was cheating on my brother. This wasn't multiple times. She accidentally got added to a group chat between her and my brother on Facebook. My mom did, and she was on the group chat admitting to cheating, and my mom was confused because there was a conversation, I don't remember what it was, and my mom said, what's going on? And my brother said, Mom, you got added by accident. Just disregard it, or I forget what it was. He was like, Mom, you got added by accident. Don't respond.
How?
Never. She's like, oh, just let it.
Like, how does that even happen? But okay, continue.
Go. Then she had made a group chat where it was her, some other, I don't know if it was another girl, it was her and it was my mom. And she said, I did cheat on your son. Of course, my dad knew. My dad caught her cheating one time. She was in the room on her phone smiling really big and giggling while she was texting whoever it was, and my brother's at work. Like, this kid literally provided a place for you to live. My brother gave you a place to live, paid rent at the places you were staying at with him, and you have the absolute audacity and nerve to cheat on him. Tell people you're a cheater. Why do you gotta lie and say something happened to you because you don't want to admit you're a cheater? That really affects actual victims because...
Yeah, Tophia, you're right. Why do you gotta lie and say that something happened to you when you're just desperate? You just out here thirsty. Sad girl over here can't get nobody to shack up with her. So let's make up some stories. I mean, we can say the same thing about you. So what are we doing?
When they come forward, people don't believe.
The hell?
Honesty, You got caught cheating and you needed an escape. So because you got caught cheating, you needed some excuse. So that's what you came up with. Mind you, those words never came out of my mouth except for the fact I was saying that I was just saying what Space Kitten sent me in DMs. No way did that come directly from my mouth. So don't put words into my mouth. That came from Space Kitten. Because Space Kitten sent me a bunch of stuff on her, which therefore she backtracked all of that and started taking DMs down and started deleting whatever she sent me at that time. Because she sent me a bunch of stuff saying that her sister was abusive to her children, which I'm not there. I don't know if my brother's witnessed any abuse when he was living with her sister and the kids. All I know is that they were eating my brother's lunches, the same lunches he had to take to work. He was buying lunches for him to take to work, and she was giving it to her kids. If you can't feed your kids, then what are you doing? Why do you have kids if you can't feed them?
Girl, why are we talking about this shit from years ago? Shut the fuck up.
That's what I don't understand. And you're letting your sister take my brother's lunches and eat his lunches for work. That was for his work to feed her kids. And my brother got mad and said, you need to tell your sister something and tell her to stop giving her kids my lunches. I was in the car when that happened. My brother got mad. He got into an argument with my dad and he left. He took his stuff, he left, he moved out. He was living, at the time, he was still working, but he couldn't afford a place to live. So after he got into it with my dad, they got into a big argument. He went and lived with her sister for a while. That's when they had that dog Beto that supposedly ran away. Anyways, I was in the car one time. We went to a car meet and he was going to take me home. So he's taking me home and he gets into it with her and he had lunches. He has his lunches squared away for work. He takes lunch to work. When he was living at the house, my mom would make his lunches for him to
Tophia, wrap this fucking story up, man.
take to work.
Come on.
So, anyways, he bought TV dinners for his lunches. Her sister was taking those and feeding her kids with that. And my brother said, look, you need to tell your sister to stop giving her kids my lunches. Those are my lunches for work. Now, mind you, my family is not one to deny people food. We will never deny people food. But if you can't afford to feed your kids, then you need to figure something out. All you have to do is just ask my brother, and he would have been gracious enough to help you with some food. You don't have to steal his food and give it to your kids. What kind of a person are you? Don't, like, my family is not like that. I'm not like that. If someone says, hey, can I have this? I say, yeah, sure, have it. Take it.
Well, Tophia, stop the cap. You look like, okay, let's go back to the Hello Kitty Cafe, right? You literally told us that someone shared some of their fucking Hello Kitty shit with you, but you wouldn't share your shit with them because, quote unquote, it was too expensive. So no, I don't believe you. Someone literally gave you something right then and there, and you willfully take it, but you weren't willing to even share it with that person. So I don't believe you that you are this generous, benevolent person. You're full of shit.
We could afford the hamburger, meat, and cheese. Otherwise, we just ate straight pinto beans, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because that's all we could afford. I would never deny people food. Someone always says, hey, can I have some? I'm sure. Because I'm not that type of person. All you have to do is ask instead of just taking. You're stealing someone's stuff, and then you think that's totally okay. Right? It's just the thing. And this is the reason why abortion should be allowed. Because then you have stuff like this. Are you going to provide for those kids if that woman can't? You want her to take care of a child, and then she can't afford to live. And then you're here literally complaining about that. But then you got mothers who are literally starving their kids or treating their kids horribly or child abuse, because they didn't want their child in the first place. Which I'm not saying child abuse is okay. I'm just saying it is so crazy. You're not
it's wild, man.
These things. You know what I mean? It's crazy, right? And don't have kids if you can't afford to feed them. Why would I go out and have a baby knowing that I can't live myself? I can barely afford to take care of myself, much less let alone a kid. When I'm financially stable and able to take care of myself, then I'll be able to take care of a kid. I'm not going to go out there and have a kid.
Tophia, based on what we've seen thus far, you will never be financially stable. That is a pipe dream. Because, I mean, how can one be homeless for, cause I mean, bruh, they got kicked out of the motel. We're talking like you've been homeless for like 2.5, maybe going on like 3 years now at this point. Like, no. Yeah. You've literally done absolutely nothing this entire time. And I'm supposed to believe that you'll someday be financially stable enough to have a kid. Girl, hang it up.
Knowing that I can't take care of a kid. All you have to do is say, hey, can my kids eat this? Instead of just flat out taking it. My brother is working hard all day, and then he's going to have no lunches to take to work.
Oh,
So now he
shucks.
has no lunches. Then, you know what I mean? It was things like that. Not to mention the animal abuse. Since you want to say we abuse animals, let's talk about Anna, right?
Oh,
Anna.
my
Named
goodness.
her Anna from Frozen. And my brother had this gerbil. No, it wasn't a gerbil. What do you call it? A hamster or a guinea pig. I can't remember. You remember Anna? You guys, I'm pretty sure if people were way far back, I used to hold her on live. And he had like a ball. It was so cute. It was like a ball and it would roll around. And he had her hidden from my dad because my dad didn't like rodent type animals. He doesn't like pets that are like rats. We couldn't have stuff like that. So
Okay.
he had Anna, and basically what happened was is that he let her sister's kids watch Anna to learn how to take care of a hamster. It wasn't a gerbil. I believe it was a hamster, guinea pig, whatever. So, anyways, her kids let Anna get out of the cage, and Anna got stuck in one of those sticky mouse traps or something. I don't even know what happened. All I know is Anna got out. Anna ended up under the stove. My brother was at work at the time, so my brother was working, and then he comes home to that, and then he had to rehome Anna because of that. He trusted them. He literally was hoping they would learn how to take care of an animal, and that happened. So then he rehomed Anna. He had to rehome her, but with their big ears. I don't know. A chinchilla. I want a turtle too. I like turtles. Turtles are cute. I'm not even loud. You just think I'm loud.
You
I don't
are.
like cats. I'm not gonna abuse anything. I never abused animals, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's a fucking lie. The fuck out of here. You definitely neglected Hershey without a shadow of a doubt. And that is a form of abuse, Tophia. And then don't even get me started on you throwing the cat while you were streaming, which there are still clips of circulating TikTok.
Animal control found no signs of abuse. So why are we still sitting here saying I abuse animals when animal control said I don't abuse animals? That's very crazy. She was so cute, especially when I held her. I don't know, I just love, but my dad would have never allowed her because she was like, he didn't like animals that were rodents. But my brother would let her out. He would take her out and she would roll around in her ball because he had a ball and then she would roll around. Like, I'm not mad because it's a whole thing to even explain why people are being mean. They just love to follow other people. They say, oh, she's a predator, she's that because of fake photos. Then they talk about things I like. They bring up group chats. For me, if you treat people,
Yeah, they bring that shit up because you give people shit for the exact same things that you have done. Like, I mean, what do you mean? The whole talking with minors thing, you always bring up everybody else, but you just want to deflect from when you were in a group chat with a bunch of minors. Like, it's somehow okay. Like, no, that's not how that works, Toph.
with kindness, I don't like somebody who treats people, especially service workers. If you don't know how to treat a service worker, considering the fact, like if you go to a restaurant and you treat your server bad, I don't like people that treat servers bad. That's a restaurant, let's say McDonald's, and you go up to the register and then you start taking it out on them because you have a bad day. Then you in turn go back and say, hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I was just having a bad day. Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you need to take it out on other people, right? Someone who is not hateful, who accepts everyone for who they are. I will never date someone who treats someone differently or who's racist or who's any of that. You have to have good morals and values. Someone who is kind, caring, generous, not generous as in giving money, generous as in giving your time. You don't have to give money. You can just give your time. I like cracking jokes and laughing with a person. Just having special times with people, making memories, things like that. That it sticks with you. You know what I mean? I have a
Sure,
Roku TV. First of all, I didn't pick up a cat and throw it. There's a
you
video, but I
did,
never picked up the cat and threw it. So what are we talking?
bruh. Tophia, you. Why would you even mention the video? Because you know what's in that video. You literally picked up the cat and threw it. What do you mean? It's just she's so like just dumb, just lying to be lying, man.
Talking about? I'm supposed to let the cat eat bacon or eat something that cats are not allowed to eat, so you give your cat bacon? We did. I already explained the situation. The cat got out of surgery. We're only supposed to give the cat half wet food in the morning and half wet food at dinner. I don't know why you want me to overfeed a kitten because it's crying. When puppies whine, when cats cry, that does not mean they need to eat all the time. Puppies and cats are babies. They do not know how to control the portion of their food. Just like when people think they can leave for vacation and feed their puppy for a whole month. That dog's gonna eat the whole month of food in
A
one day.
month? What? The fuck are you? If anyone ever does that, lock them the fuck up, because that's animal abuse as well. Leaving on vacation for a month with your animal unattended is just crazy.
That dog does not know self-control when it comes to not eating large amounts of food. People have come home to their pets have died because they left a whole month of food. And the dog ate all of the whole month's food in one day and exploded. If babies eat too much, they will explode. You don't.
It exploded. Okay. I don't think that's a thing, but I mean, yes, I could see that, definitely some health issues and possible death from overeating. But exploding? I don't know, Toph.
Don't overfeed your pet. You're trying to tell someone to overfeed a pet is weird. We got a paper of how we're supposed to feed the cat. My brother showed us what to do to take care of the cat. Mind you, that wasn't my cat. That was her cat. So why are we even talking about that? It's crazy. How come she wasn't taking care of her cat? Why don't you ask that question? Why am I taking care of a cat that is hers? You guys don't ask yourself. You don't ask that. You literally love to bring up stuff that is like, why don't you ask her why she got dogs that she never took care of? Or why I'm taking care of her cats, mind you. My mom fed and gave her cats water because she wasn't doing that. Why should my mom be taking care of her pets she doesn't even take care of? Why does she have pets that she's not taking care of? You are literally saying that's an excuse? What do you mean it's an excuse? I shouldn't be taking care of someone's pet. They wanted to buy a damn cat, then they should take care of a damn cat. To me,
I mean,
that's
yeah.
frustrating. I was supposed to take care of a cat that someone bought. If I wanted the responsibilities of taking care of a pet, then I would have bought a pet to take care of. I don't have a responsibility to be taking care of no baby. She needs to take care of her cats. That's no freaking excuse.
Okay, I mean, I agree. But if she wasn't doing it, y'all should have put her and the cat out. Simple as that.
Sitting here saying that that's an excuse that I'm supposed to take care of her cat that she got. They found no signs of abuse.
Remembering the time when my sister told me to get out of her graduation celebration picture, even though I literally sacrificed my whole life for her to graduate.
How dare you not validate me every second of my existence, slip in a finger for you?
I didn't abuse the cat. That's what I'm telling you. I
You
didn't
threw
abuse
it.
the cat. Animal control found no signs of abuse. So what are you talking about? What am I supposed to tell her? I don't have contact with her. I don't have her number. I'm not going to contact this chick and tell her to take care of her cat. First of all, that day, and I'm going to say what happened that day. That day, I ordered me a breakfast from Denny's. I ordered everyone a breakfast from Denny's. I was sitting there.
Nah, you had it right the first time. You ordered yourself food. I don't believe you got anybody else shit, but go ahead.
Eating my Denny's, and this cat attacked me to try to get to the food it's not supposed to have because it had surgery. I was getting scratched up in the leg. I didn't pick up the cat and throw it like people try to say. I
You
pushed the cat off
did.
my leg because I was getting
No, you fucking didn't, man. There is video. Like, I don't even know why you still try to deny this.
her. I was getting scratched up. The cat was scratching the heck out of me. And obviously it was very painful. And on top of that, the cat was trying to get to the food it was not supposed to have. The cat literally took a piece of bacon and was trying to was not even chewing, was gonna choke on the bacon because you want animals to choke on food, by the way. So I was supposed to let this cat choke to death because the cat was not chewing the bacon. The cat was swallowing the bacon and not chewing it because it was, orange cats are. This was an orange cat, so it's orange cat energy. You try to take food from an orange cat, it's different than a normal cat. Try to take food from an
Tophia, shut the fuck. Just shut up. Oh my goodness. You're like the orange cat energy. And yes, I know orange cats do typically have slight, differing behaviors compared to most of the other coats, but like again, this just shows that everything she knows is just from TikTok. It's all based from what she's seen on TikTok, man.
orange cat and see what happens. That cat was swallowing that bacon whole. That cat would have choked. My mom tried to take the bacon from the cat. That didn't work. So I was eating my food and the cat was like that and just like, not like rear like that, but just like dug its nails into me. And that was painful to get up. So it climbed up with its nails, digging into me to get to the bacon. Mind you, the cat had already been fed. We fed the cat breakfast, by the way. It was not because the cat was starving. If you leave anything out for a cat, they'll take it. Leave a raw piece of chicken after you fed a cat, and the cat will fight you for the raw piece of chicken. That in no way entails that a cat is not being fed. Some of you guys really know how to take care of pets, but you want to make up the rules as you go and say that's not how it works. Exactly, that's the truth. But you want to change it because you don't like someone. If you leave a raw piece of chicken out, if you leave any type of food, a cat is going to get it and then fight you for it. That's just what it is. Even if you fed your cat in the morning. Just because a cat is trying to get food does not mean it's starving. You could tell if an animal hasn't been fed and looks like it's starving. That cat was far from starving. And let's get into it, because then afterwards people tried to lie because they found an orange cat at the shelter and said that we dumped the cat at the shelter. I don't have no say-so of whether the cat goes to the shelter or not. She had a say. That was her cat. My brother didn't take no cat to the shelter. He took the cat back to her because animal control said, well, she needs to come get her cat, because she was not taking care of it. My brother had to talk to animal control and tell them it was her cat. Okay. Why am I taking care of someone else's pet? I don't know. And if the cat was truly abused, like you say, the cat wouldn't have fell asleep when my mom was holding the cat. I have a picture of me and my mom with the cat, and they're asleep together. That cat loved my mom, loved me. Like, that cat was not abused. Sure. Animals that are abused would not go to someone. Like, pets love me. Dogs love me. Trust me. Bulldogs love me.
Tophia. Come on, man. Even your own dog didn't like you. Hershey would literally growl at you all the time. Your own dog didn't like you, and I'm supposed to believe that dogs love you? Bullshit. Stop the cap.
I love bulldogs. They come up to me. They're friendly. They start wagging their tail. Dogs know if someone's a threat or a danger. Dogs won't do that to someone they don't like. Dogs know 100%, right? My dog, on the other hand, right, because I've explained this, people kept coming to the door and the dog got aggressive. It wasn't because my dog didn't like me or I was abusing my dog. It was a fact of what kept happening. People don't...
Girl, stop it. Because I had a dog before I left. Well, my family still has the dog. And people would come to our door all the time. And yeah, my dog would wild out, be barking and growling at the door, but never did she display any type of aggression towards me or anyone else in our family. So I'm calling bullshit on this, but okay, sure. Continue.
Don't understand that dogs also experience trauma. Dogs also experience a lot of things. Dogs
I bet Hershey did.
Emotions and feelings, and when something's happening, that's a thing, because dogs do feel what a human's going through. That's why they're service animals, right? Emotional support animals. Dogs are just as sensing as humans. People think that pets don't feel anything. Pets feel way more than you think.
Who said that? No one said that. No one thinks that. The fuck are you talking about?
When you see those videos of a pet who loved their owner so much when their owner died, they laid by the grave and didn't want to leave. Pets understand way more than you think they do. Dogs understand way more than you think they do. Animals do. They have feelings just like human beings, and when you think they don't, they do. Yes,
no shit, Tophia.
The thing is, people don't understand the way dogs or pets act towards someone. They wouldn't act towards that if they didn't like them, right? I've never had a dog come up to me and attack me, unless it was someone that trained their dog to be aggressive. One time I did get attacked, but it was because the dog...
The instant contradiction. You just said you've never had a dog attack you, and then you instantly turn around and say, well, this one time I got attacked. Like, again, unreliable narrator. Cannot believe anything she says.
Thought the dog was protecting his owner. That's the only reason, because the dog was in protection mode. What happened was my friend's daughter went, we went somewhere. We went to a shelter to go eat, and we were leaving, and she had wiped her shoe on a dead pigeon. This was when my friend was alive, and she wiped her shoe on a dead pigeon, and she went to rub it on my pants. Mind you, she thought it was funny. I freaked out. I was running, because at that point, I'm a germaphobe, so that's why. And I went to run because she went to wipe her shoe on my pants, and this dog that was on a leash went and tore a hole in my pants And the guy had to apologize. He's like, I'm sorry. He goes on, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's okay, because I knew the dog was just protecting his owner. The dog thought I was running at the owner to harm the owner, which is why the dog went in attack mode. It wasn't
Oh,
because, and I'm not going to be one of those people that puts a dog to sleep because it attacked me. Because dogs are supposed to be put to sleep if they attack someone, but I understood the dog was protecting his owner, so I can't be mad at that, because the dog thought I was running at his owner when I was just running away from a situation, and then I got attacked. So I had a hole in my pants, and I was like, oh man, because I didn't really have a lot of clothes at that time, and I had a hole torn
uh, you just never have clothes apparently. Like, what the hell, Tophia?
in my pants. Puppy. She had her 2 cats and this puppy that was pissing and crapping all over the floor. The reason we had pee pads all down the hallway was to prevent the dog from peeing on the floor and pooping, so it could learn to pee on the pee pad. She
Sure.
knew to go on the pee pad. She was not training her dog to use the restroom outside. She got a dog that she was not taking care of. Again, defending someone who gets animals they don't want to take care of. Why am I supposed to be taking care of her pets? She would come home from work, she would go straight to her room, put the dog outside, leave the dog to piss and shit all over the floor, and not train the dog to go to the bathroom.
Okay, so I mean, if that was the case, again, y'all could have always put her ass out. You know, duh. That's the obvious option in my opinion. And then, if not that, why did no one else? Because it's literally a bunch of people that don't fucking work in this house. So anybody else could have trained this dog, but instead, y'all were all lazy and just lined the entire apartment with pee pads. And you want us to believe that you took good care of animals, that you don't neglect them? Like, no, Tophia, you never had a job, essentially. You know, your little 1 or 2 weeks at Dunkin' Donuts, that I basically don't even count that shit. You could have trained the dog if it was peeing and shitting all over the fucking house. Mama Chew and Papa Chew, they don't work. 3 able-bodied grown-ass people, but can't nobody train this dog? If, you know, obviously, yeah, you might not want to do it because it's not your dog, but I would do it just to keep it from peeing and shitting all over the house. Like, what are we talking about?
What if you don't want a dog? You see how that sounds? Why would I get a pet knowing that I'm not in a position to take care of a pet and then tell you you got to take care of a pet? You wouldn't do that.
Well, you know what? I don't care because you and your dumb family kept allowing her to bring pets into this house knowing that she doesn't take care of them. So I don't care.
So why are you expecting me to do that? Dogs trust you, cool. Dogs trust me too. Dogs wag their tail and I play with dogs all the time.
No, you don't.
Whenever I see
Lies.
a dog, they always come up to me. I'll just be walking and a dog comes up to me. Dogs can sense when someone's not a good person. Why do you want someone to be an animal abuser so bad? That is weird to me.
We
When I
don't.
explain my situation, here you are still bringing it up. If someone says they're not an animal abuser and they've got receipts, then why are you still here trying to force someone to force animal abusing on someone? If you really cared about animal abuse, then why don't you talk about the people that claim they care about animals, but they abuse animals? It's not ASPCA,
Like you.
it's the other one. They take animals out of homes wrongfully. You don't even talk about animal abuse 24/7, so what are you doing? You're talking about animal abuse now, but do you talk about animal abuse in general? You eat meat, right?
What?
You eat meat, but you care about animal abuse. But have you seen how pigs are unalive for you to have them eat? PETA.
Toph, like, are you vegan or something? Like, what kind of example is this coming from someone that also eats meat? Shut up. Like, the examples you try to use to deflect are so dumb because you're in the same category as the people that you're trying to talk about. You also eat meat and you eat slop. You don't I can't even think of a time Tophia has had whole food, but sure, whatever you say, Toph.
That's the one. Yes. I'm not here talking about animal abuse. And when I do post stuff about animals, I watch the horrific video that literally replays in my head every day that I wish I never seen. I wish I never watched it, but it was on Instagram and it was a compilation of animal abuse videos. But in these, it was very...
Why the fuck would you watch that? And what the hell do you be looking at on Instagram for that to even have crept into your algorithm, Toph? These are serious questions. Like, that's weird.
that didn't even know why. Imagine hurting a puppy. That's sad, right? People, nobody talks, and I have posted about that. Nobody talks about the countries that have dog meat slaughterhouses for dog meat because they eat dog meat. That's gross. You ain't.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It is gross, but it's a cultural difference, Tophia. Because, you know, if you're like, I'm assuming she's probably talking about like China. But yeah, they don't view dogs the same way that we view dogs. Same thing can be said about, I believe it's India. Like, the cows are sacred there. It's different countries, different views, different beliefs. We don't, you know, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is.
Talking about that, I've seen people literally go, because I've shared these influencers that go and buy the dogs and save these dogs from those places. There was one guy that bought a dog from dog meat place, and I was like, wow. And it's just so crazy to see, because not only there's dogs that are being dumped, and literally the animal shelters unalive animals. They don't care about animals. They don't care, because there is literally the animal shelters. If a dog doesn't get adopted, they put the dog to sleep because they need to make room for other dogs. The shelters are being so full of dogs. People say you should go with is home breeders, because you're going to buy a dog from one of those breeding farms. Your dog is going to get sick and pass away because they did not care for the dog or care about the dog's health. Why are we still supporting things like that? See, it's crazy how it's a double standard. When it comes to animal abuse, then you start defending animal abuse, but you're against animal abuse. How does that make sense? Anyways, it's getting late. I keep saying I gotta watch the show and then I go to sleep. So have a good day or night where you guys are.
All right, Toph, later. Well, that was today's video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. You know, hey, at least she spent a little bit of time on memory lane, but at least it wasn't like half the stream this time. So I'll take it. And we got a glimpse of Smug Chew early on. So, you know, who knows? Maybe hopefully things will continue to pick up. This was a much better stream than the last two, in my opinion. And yeah, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like on the video, really helps me out. And big shout out to my slug pups and slug cats. Thank you again for supporting the channel. And with that, y'all be safe, be kind to each other, and I will see you all very soon.